do it short, then we're limited in what we could do. Zovi.
That's me.
You're doing great.
Yeah, I'm doing great.
A lot of people are of the impression that music, especially soul and jazz, is dead. What are artists like yourself doing to prove them wrong? Because your style has it has a lot of roots in traditional, and not traditional in the sense of what's being played right now or what's being showcased, but it has its roots in a history of jazz music and different genres of jazz, and yours is such a beautiful combination of different styles. So first and foremost, how would you describe your style? Because this is my perspective of music. And how would you say that artists like yourself are paying homage to the past and infusing it with the future?
I think my style is very cross-genre. I mean, it's a little bit of everything, I'd like to think, especially as it continues to evolve. But at the core, it's very neo soul, very jazz, very R&B, a little mix of all of those, and with a little bit of influences in other genres too. I try to just lead with what feels good to me. I mean, I started as a songwriter, so I'm able and have written for any genre. And I think that's where the melting pot comes in, where I'm able to kind of pull from different places.
Okay. As an artist, a lot of people feel like certain styles of music are dead, like that soul, that jazz. What do you have to say to those people?
That will never die. Music never dies. I think there's a little bit of that even in the music that we listen to today. It just gets carried on and maybe just reinvented. I think for my sound it is a bit more traditional in terms of, the core of neo soul and jazz and R&B, but I mean, I'm not here to prove anything to anybody. It's not about proving them wrong or telling them that it's not dead. It's about just doing what feels good to me and doing what speaks to me. And I think when you move with authenticity and in alignment, it'll come through. My music speaks for itself. Feel soul, there's a lot of young artists out now that I actually think is coming back, to be honest. I don't think it's dead at all. Yeah. And I'm excited to see that. I think that everybody just has their own shape and their own sound. It'll never die. Everything always comes back in a circle. It's a cycle, even in music. So I don't worry too much about the trends or what's popular. I do what inspires me. I do what I was gifted to do and what comes to me naturally. And I think that'll speak for itself,
Who's your biggest inspiration musically?
Ooh, Sade, for sure. Sade's my girl. She's my queen. Alice Coltrane, John Coltrane. I could go on forever. But the true pioneers are my inspirations. But I think Sade is by far my number one.
Okay.
Yeah.
A lot of people do not know that the group itself is called Sade.
Very true.
As well as the singer.
Very true. I'm so sad that I didn't get to see her perform before she retired.
She might come out of retirement.
She will, for me. That's my goal. I don't care if I win 10, 15 Grammys. I don't care until I make music with Sade, I have not made it. So I am gonna do what I gotta do to get her attention, and hopefully one day that's my real dream, is to be able to create with her and put something out with her. I feel like if anything's dying, it's albums. It's all about singles, and attention span is so low nowadays.
How do you deal with that, with people's like just more interested in sound bites and like just attention span, like you say, is so low? How do you make music, or how do you write music right now in a time where it's all about just like a 15-second clip or 10-second clip or 5-second clip?
As a songwriter, whether it's for me or another artist, and as a vocal producer, I do apply the wisdom and the awareness of like how to structure a song and not maybe keep it too long, or how to keep their attention in a way, using certain melodies, using certain dynamics and flows that, you know, I'm intentional and aware of, but I don't let it rule my creativity, if that makes sense. Because if you're creating for others, it's never gonna have the true, it's never gonna really hit the same, you know what I'm saying? I think staying authentic, staying true to self, it's like, music is my diary. No one can tell me how to write my diary, or what I should do with it, or how short or long my entry should be. It just is. And when you do it for you, when you do it authentically, people feel that. You feel that. Can't fake that, you know?
What time of day do you write the most? Is it early morning or late night or afternoons? Like, when do you write the most? What time?
It's always in the wee hours of the morning. It's always late when everyone else is asleep. There are some times though where someone will say something, or I'll hear something, and it'll spark a thought or a memory, and it'll inspire like a lyric. And I'll just jot down a lyric or a line or some words. Or even more recently, I've been kind of going back to my roots, which was poetry. I started doing poetry and spoken word before I ever did music or ever wrote a song. And I'm finding myself hearing something that'll inspire. I'm really been working lately, but so sometimes that can happen at any moment. Sometimes though, it's late. I'm a night owl. So I think as artists, as you go through your day, we're taking notes mentally of everything, taking stock of our experiences, those moments, we're paying attention without even realizing. It's important, I think, for artists to take breaks and to take time to actually live. Creating a little too much it can get stagnant. You kind of have to take a moment to just experience, and then you have something to talk about, something meaningful to actually say. But I think for me, melody and the gift of creating sound is something that I was born with. It's something that I was gifted. It's not something
that was taught.
Exactly. Or that I'm pulling from anywhere outside of source, outside of God, honestly. A lot of times it feels like melody is actually what comes to me most naturally. It feels like I'm downloading.
That's interesting. Honestly, do not know what's gonna happen. I'm in this with you. I'm watching the process unfold, and the minute I start thinking about it, it's like I can't perform my authentic self. So
Absolutely.
It takes a form of release, like being able to just truly let go.
Yeah.
And once you truly let go, then it's like, wow, this is what's happening.
And that in itself is creation. You're creating your reality as you live and breathe.
Reminds me of something in a past life or in the future or something from my existence, but it's all a form of like creation.
So I use it like a monopod too, yeah.
The beautiful thing about this, right? Like the Romans say, if you build it, they will come. Sometimes with content, right, and your art, like what I'm doing to both of you guys, one of the things sometimes when we just keep our art to ourselves, we just don't know how it's gonna, what's gonna happen. Like this guy, he had a YouTube channel, and with his videos, his production, he put so much effort into it. Guess who was one of the 6 viewers on his channel? Oprah Winfrey. So it's like sometimes you just never know who's gonna be watching your stuff, and your stuff could be impacting somebody, right?
Exactly.
So somebody could be seeing this right now and be like, oh my God, we want to use him for the next Black Panther film or this other film that's coming out, or this is the perfect guy to do this for us, just by seeing this video that we're doing here right now. So it's like, once we create, now is the time to just let the art go out there and live. You know, we created it, now we just gotta release it out into the universe.
Yeah. Sharing your most inner thoughts and soul to put out for the world to judge. It's not an easy thing. And knowing that, like you just said, if it has 5 views, 10 views, doesn't matter. I'm doing it. Singer.
Yeah. Black woman. James, not.
Sure.
Her name is gonna come.
The jazz was a poet, I believe. Angela. What's her last name?
Angela Davis?
Angela Davis.
No. She played the piano. The woman I'm talking about. She sang. She played the piano. Black woman.
Nina Simone?
Nina Simone. Is it?
She probably did.
Nina Simone.
Nina Simone. Yes.
Yes. When you think of people like her, it was Nina Simone.
One of the biggest inspirations. I love her. That's actually Put a Spell on You is my probably my crowd favorite. The song that most people won't want to hear me sing.
Why?
I don't know. I think because I resonate with the song so much, and
She wrote it, right?
She wrote it. My rendition is similar to the Alice Smith rendition, but I made it my own, of course. But I think it's the power behind the words. It's the power behind the feeling of the song. I don't know. I think that song is what set me free. And to stop hiding behind my voice and stop playing it safe and doing the cute whispers and falsettos. And that song allowed me to release my power. And so, I don't know, it's kind of like I pay homage by singing it in every set. It has a special meaning. Dance like Tina Turner and pretend like I was on stage like Tina.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
It's hot, right?
That's great. It smells so good too. Peppermint? Beautiful. Really? Thank you.
Smile, man. Not quite yet.